Hi, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Happy Hour with Jamie Ivey, Quarantine Edition. I'm your host of this show, Jamie. Also, I host the podcast every single week called The Happy Hour. And my friends and publishers, B&H, thought it'd be fun if we did a fun video series for you because we are all quarantined. We are stuck in our homes. If you're not stuck in your home, it's because you were out doing very good work for us, and we are so thankful for you. But for those of us that are stuck in our home, we thought we'd bring you a little bit of content. So I'm interviewing some friends, and then me and my family are doing some fun things around the house. So today's show is super exciting. My friend Christy Wright is joining me. I love Christy Wright so much. She is wise and hilarious and just a huge encourager of women entrepreneurs. So you're gonna love my conversation with her. I'm gonna do a little baking with my very famous pie that I cannot wait for you to see. And then we play a little game of Never Have I Ever with my son Caden and my daughter Story. You're gonna love them. You're going to love them. So stick around. Here is episode 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Christy Wright, welcome.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get to talk to you.
This is so fun. Okay, you and I have already chatted once during the coronavirus pandemic. And so it's fun because I'm
gosh, Jamie, Mary Grace is literally crying right now.
Look at her. Let's see her.
You would think I could plan this better. Hold tight. Let me get her.
This is what it is like working from home.
No, seriously. Do you hear? Hang on. You'll get to see the baby. That'll be fun.
Hey.
Mary Grace. Let's see. Hold tight. I'm like creepy dark right now. Did you say hi?
Hi. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to get baby girl. Hold tight 1 second.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Say, Mom forgot. I forgot you're waking up right now. Say hi.
I want to eat her cheeks.
I mean, her cheeks are going to break the internet. That's all anybody talked about when I had her on my Hope in the Chaos thing. Okay. Sorry. I'm ready. And Mary Grace is ready. Mary Grace is ready.
You hang with us?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. Christy, normally you work from an office.
Right.
That is not in your home.
Right.
How are you working?
Or
am I waiting right now?
A life like this where the phone and the baby are in the same hand. I don't know. I don't know. And we haven't had any help this week. Let's sit right here. We haven't had any help with it this week. And I think that that's just been crazy because I'm holding myself to the same kind of expectations and standards that I would otherwise in terms of workload and stuff. And you can't. You can't. Mary Grace is going to want a bottle right now. There's Matt over there with the lawnmower. What is happening? We're going to have to go back inside.
This is such life right now. It is so hard. It is so hard.
It is. And I think what's crazy is the kid, we're all out of sorts. I'm going to move because it really is up. We're all out of sorts because our schedule is messed up, but the kids are too. They were acting out so much this morning. They got a million things to play with and things that they could be doing, but no. Instead, they decided to destroy Mary Grace's little bouncer thing and throw all the couch cushions off the couch. Of all the options of things to do, they're just acting out for attention. And it's almost no matter what you do, it's the schedule throws them off too. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay. So I have big kids. So we're in 2 completely different worlds. I could literally come over to my office, my tiny house, and they might come knock on the door, but it's some tattling on somebody or whatever. But
yeah.
they're self-sufficient.
Yes. This is a world I don't know. People speak of it. People like you on the other side, they talk about this world. I don't know this world. All I know are diapers and Cheez-Its crunched into my sofa and peanut butter smeared on my clothes. That's the world I know right now.
I always tell people like you with little kids, I'm one day you and your husband will go out on a date and you won't even have a babysitter.
I don't believe you. I just don't.
No, it is so true. Okay, so I have 16, 14, 12. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a time, this is going to blow your mind what I'm about to tell you. There was a time this summer that Aaron and I needed to, it was this last minute trip. We had to go. We were going to be gone for 30 hours. I could not find anyone to stay with my kids.
Yeah.
See, we left them alone for 30 hours.
I can't fathom.
Because look at that little baby.
I mean, say hi. Say, I want my arms free. Can I get my arms out, Mom? I mean, it really, I will say this about being a mother, and I would say this is true for mothers of any age, but especially mothers of little ones. you do things you did not know you were capable of doing. Like, you're like, I did not know that I didn't know that I was actually an octopus and I have 8 arms and I can somehow like feed a baby and do a live and write a book and make dinner and get Cheez-Its.
And you did it.
Did you know I could do that?
No. Are you ready?
So yeah, it's amazing that how creative you get. Do you want to hold the phone? It's amazing how creative you can get as a mom because you had no idea. Like, you just have to. Like, you just have to make it work.
Yeah. Are you writing a book right now?
No, I just use that as an example.
Okay. I was like, tell me more, Christy. I know, it is so crazy. It is so crazy. Tell me this real quick. What is the craziest thing that you found yourself buying at the grocery store because you thought I just should because who knows?
Okay. Well, if I could take you outside, I'd show you. Plants.
Yes.
Plants.
I did a whole garden.
They have it has nothing to do with like being prepared. It has to do with, if I'm going to be stuck inside, then I'm just going to have, then I'm just going to have some life. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be lively if I'm stuck inside.
100%. I went to Home Depot to buy some like tomato plants just to do what I would normally do this time of year in the garden. And I bought a hummingbird feeder and 2 squirrel feeders. And I told my girlfriend, Lindsay, I was talking on the way home and I was like, I just needed that squirrel feeder because I know I'm going to be stuck inside. I'm going to look outside my window and I'm going to be so happy when I see these animals getting food from my feeder.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I think it was just an effort to like spring, like liveliness. Like, I've got my plants out here. They're not even cute plants, Jamie. Like, I don't know if you can see them. They're not even cute. It was like very limited, like slim pickings when I went, but I was like, I just need something. Like, I just need something to feel lively.
I'm going to also give you some hope real quick. Look what just came into my office. This is my son.
Bringing you food.
He brought me nachos. Right here, baby.
It's really hot.
Okay, put it right here.
Mary Grace, where are my nachos? Mary Grace.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
I went over to the house in between Zoom calls and he had made himself
Mary Grace,
nachos.
are you watching? Are you learning tips here to bring me nachos?
And I said, baby, I would love you forever if you brought mom some nachos. And look, here they are.
And they arrived just like that.
I know. Can you tell everyone real quick, because I have found myself laughing at your expense.
Oh, good.
Often. Every time I see a broom in my house. And I know that this is not funny to you, but it is so funny to me.
Where is it? He's already gotten it out today. So my son, okay, let's just talk my middle son, Conley, which I don't know if your kids are like this with like the, ages or dynamics, but he's just like, he's the spirited, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's the one that he's in a kick right now where when he doesn't get what he wants, he goes into the broom closet, which is right there, this skinny little closet.
Yeah.
He goes there, he opens the door, and he gets this broom, which is a normal adult-sized broom, and he's tiny, and he starts coming after you with the broom, holding it like a javelin. And here's the best part. I don't know if I told you this. So he's into quoting movies right now, like really into quoting movies. So he'll say something so emphatically, and I don't know what he's saying, and then I realize he's quoting a movie. So like when we were on the Aladdin kick, okay, it was, excuse me, did you rub my lamp? Did you call my name? Did you bring me here? Then all of a sudden you're walking out on me? I don't think so. He does that whole thing, okay? Frozen one. The scene from that one was, hang on. You mean to tell me you got engaged to someone you just met that day? Does that whole thing. Right now, what does he do? He chases you and says, with the broom, and goes, no, it's true love.
What is
true
that
love?
from?
It's true. Frozen apparently. It's true love. We love Frozen.
Okay.
It's true love. So he's chasing you with the broom like a javelin, screaming it's true love. This is
your life right now. This is your life. Hey guys, welcome to the Ivey family kitchen. Aaron Ivey has made dinner for us tonight. Look what he's got.
Sure have.
Salmon, okra, potatoes. Just whipped it up. But this is not the Aaron Ivey cooking show. This is the Jamie Ivey cooking show. So after dinner, I'm going to make for you guys my special dessert. This is a recipe that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Hey, Mom. Hey. This is the Jamie Ivey cooking show, and I'm doing my famous dessert that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
Give me a hint. Is it a cake, a pie, cookies?
It's a pie.
Oh, the cheesecake with the cherries on top?
No, but man, is that my specialty too?
Oh, whipped cream and lemonade?
No, is that my specialty? Mom, this is a recipe that you passed down to me.
Oh, butterfingers and whipped cream. A Cool Whip.
Okay, did you used to make this though?
Yeah,
And who gave you the recipe?
my mom.
Generations and generations and my family have been making this. So I'm gonna show you how to do it.
Smash up those butterfingers.
Okay, thanks for joining me on my cooking show.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
My mom thinks I make cheesecake and lemonade pie. I don't know what she's talking about, but today we're gonna make butterfinger pie. Butterfinger pie only has 3 ingredients. Cool Whip, check. Butterfinger, check. Pie crust, check.
Check.
3 things, you guys. Anybody can make this. Okay, so the first step that you're gonna do is, Story, I want you to smash these. Listen, if you're angry about being stuck at home with the coronavirus and social distancing, just smash them up. The next step is to take your Cool Whip and put it into a bowl. Now, I've had my Cool Whip out so it's a little bit softer, probably for the past hour. Look how it just comes out. Cool Whip and a bowl. Now, the next step, open up every butterfinger and put them in here.
Bottoms up. Smells so good.
I know. Okay, Story, if you were making this recipe, what would you change?
The chocolate, the whipped cream, and the pie crust.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you again. If you were making this recipe, what would you change?
The whole thing.
After you get all of your butterfinger into your whipped cream, you do a little whip it up, girl. Whip it up, girl. Whip it, whip it. We have whipped it. All right, now here it is. Now you're gonna take your pie crust. Oh my.
Oh my gosh. It sucks to be dairy-free, guys.
Then, guys, put your lid on it. And here you have my specialty dessert, butterfinger pie. We will enjoy this tomorrow. So until then, see you later.
Bye.
Okay, here we are. This is our finished product of our butterfinger pie. We had ours in the freezer for about 2 days. You can leave it in there for just a couple hours. Look at the goodness we got here. All right, are y'all ready? Let's get in here. What do you think?
It's really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
Aaron, you want to try a piece?
I would love to try.
You don't have to just make it Butterfinger. You could make it with Oreos. You could make it with Snickers. You could make it with Reese's Cups. You could make it with whatever you wanted and just put it in some whipped cream and here you go.
Oh man. That is great.
Isn't that good? All right, guys, that is another edition of Cooking with Jamie Ivey and my famous Butterfinger pie that, don't forget, it's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. Okay, but on a more serious note, because this is something that I'm actually struggling with, and it's something that I talk about to my people a lot, and I bet you do as well. But I want to ask you, are you finding a hard time reconciling okay, this is a pandemic, this is a world we've never lived in, but also we have this unique blessing of spending so much quality time with our children and our family, but yet I kind of really wish I was at the office and I wish they were back at daycare school.
Right. I was just talking about this to someone, or actually it was just on the live, I think, with Diana, where I was saying how it's like, it's interesting because I feel like we feel this pressure to feel a certain way. I was like, I just want to go ahead and call out that when I went to the office, that was a break. Like, that was a vacation. And when kids went to school, that was a break. That was a vacation. And now we don't get those breaks or vacations. So, like, there's moments that I love getting to be home. Like, we just went for a walk this morning. You were just texting me about a walk. And we get to do that. And that was awesome. And then there's times when, like, Conley's chasing you with the broom screaming it's true love after he's just destroyed, you know, an entire room in our house for the 50th time. And I'm like, I don't feel joy. I don't feel joy at this family time right now. It's a little too much family time. So yeah, I think we've flipped back and forth, but it's interesting where I think, especially as moms with, you know, full houses right now, there's a little bit of guilt of like, oh, wow, she's hustling and starting a business. I'm just watching Netflix, or, oh, I'm hustling. Maybe I should rest and relax more. It's like, I just keep saying there's no playbook for this.
Exactly.
And we're doing the best we can with everyone in our house. And so I think the thing I keep trying to do is give myself grace and not think, oh, it should look like this, because we don't know what it should look like. We're just figuring out a day at a time.
Right. I was talking with my counselor this morning, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I hadn't ever thought of, is that I feel sad that what my job would normally look like, it doesn't look that way. And so I'm dealing with, how do I feel fulfilled when what fulfills me is traveling and speaking and interviewing people in person.
Right.
And now all these things are stripped from me. And so, I mean, it was a really good counseling session, but it made me think of a lot, like I need to acknowledge how I'm feeling, call it for what it is, and then ask God to help me, And so it's hard.
Yeah. One of the things Diana said on the live that we just did, she quoted a book of the Bible that I've never read, Haggai, which I didn't even know that's how you say it. Great. Okay. So I'm learning. But it says, consider your ways. And it's the simplest 3 words, but I thought that's so interesting, because I think that whether we're in a crisis or not, to just consider what we're spending our time on. And it would be so easy for an achiever type like me, that when my schedule's cleared, be like, oh, now is the time I need to reorganize my attic. And maybe that's right. And maybe it's not, you know what I mean? Like maybe I'm going to get to the end of my life and I always had a dirty attic, and it's like, but I did other things that were more important. So I just want to make sure that myself and anybody I'm encouraging, like they're considering what they're spending their time on and figuring out what that right thing is for them. If it's rest, if it's productivity, if it's a business, cool. Just put thought into it. Don't just immediately go to the next thing, because we're so used to operating like that.
Yeah. And because we think we should. I mean, I'm like, well, this time I should be doing something. Well, maybe I should just, eat breakfast with my kids every day, and I don't ever get to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how you had said, when we talked, you said lower the bar. And I did a thing on Instagram about that, because I was like, I think it's not a time to pile the pressure on. It's a time to actually let the pressure off. And I love that idea.
I've had to remind myself of that a lot since I said that. I was like, yes, remember what you said, Jamie.
Isn't it funny how God does that? God says things, like I will say things that God has me say for sure for me, because later he's like, remember what you said? I'm like, ooh, that is hold you accountable when you're the one that said it.
And I had kind of forgotten about that until you put it on Instagram. And I was like, oh man, that might be just for me. And I said the words. Yeah. Right. Well, Christy, I hope that, I also am going to need you to video. I need the words with the broom next time. I'm going to need the
100%.
So if you just put that personally just to me, I'll be happy about that.
Yeah.
And we'll take all of the baby face photos we can get as well, because that is giving me so much joy right now. I mean, so much joy.
Cheeks. The cheeks are so big, they have gone out as far as gravity will allow, and they're starting to droop down. When I put her in the car seat, Jamie, true story, when I put her in the car seat, I'd like hold them up to tighten the belt so I don't squish them. Oh, I'm sorry.
We're not talking bad about you.
No, we're not. No, we would never.
It's only when you're little can we talk about your cheeks like that.
Hi guys, my name is Jamie Ivey, and we are playing Never Have I Ever with my sister Story.
Okay, here we go. My mom's gonna ask us some questions.
Never have I ever convinced myself that the family pet loves me the most. Y'all both have.
I know it's a fact though, so.
I do too.
Who loves you the most?
Landry loves me the most. I know
Martha
that.
loves me the most.
Oh, so you each have a dog. Never have I ever received a wedgie.
I have never.
Probably have it sometime.
Never have I ever thought my parents were crazy.
Truthfully, I have.
Yeah.
Never have I ever lingered on the toilet for extra alone time. What do you do while you're there?
Just sit there and Psalms.
Play on your phone. That's so gross. Never have I ever did something wrong and blamed my sibling.
Oh, no. Why'd I do that?
Y'all are both liars. Never have I ever been on TV or the radio.
I was on the radio.
No?
Mom played my talent show song on the radio.
Do you remember your song, Hayden?
Oh, I do.
Okay, Story, sing it.
Maybe we should sing it.
All
Yes.
this time I've been looking for you. You are the one that makes me smile. The only one that loves me more and more. You are the one that makes me smile. The only one
Congrats, we got first place with that.
You did get first place, and you
mean I
wrote
got
that song when you were in like second
You
grade.
mean I got first place?
Oh,
No, we.
Okay, never have I ever lived in another country.
I have not.
I have.
Where'd you live, Story?
80.
Head, do you have to say it like that?
It's 80.
80.
It's 80.
80.
80.
You were born there.
Hey,
Yep, it's 80.
Okay, never have I ever fallen asleep on the school bus.
I do every day.
Never!
Every morning. I missed our
have
house
never.
one time, and I had to call Dad.
That is
so
true. Story, you never fallen asleep on the bus?
I woke up like 20
Nah.
minutes past my stop.
I'm not the sleeper. I'm awake at all times.
You're there for the party.
I'm here to dance.
Okay, never have I ever thought of escape plans from an alien, ninja, or zombie invasion.
I have. I actually really have.
What kind of crazy person does that?
Yeah.
Rude.
Kaden, you watch Walking Dead. You've never at one time tried to figure out what you would do to
Oh.
get out of a scenario.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
What do you do it?
I would-
Sorry.
Okay, so what I do, grab anything sharp to harm them if they try to
The
kill me.
walkers.
Exactly. And then you try and find the most nearest escape thingy, and then try to find your shuttle. But if you don't have a shuttle, hide.
Never have I ever brushed my teeth with my finger.
Oh, I totally have. I always forget a toothbrush.
Never have I ever seen an animal give birth.
I have. I saw a giraffe give birth
Oh, we watched it online?
on YouTube.
Yeah. Never have I ever gone to the nurse to get out of a test.
Oh, we know Story has.
The only times you know I'm faking is when my throat hurts. Because my throat does not usually hurt.
So when she calls and says, Story says her throat hurts, lie.
It's usually a lie.
I'll remember that. Thank you for telling me. All right, last question. Are you ready? Never have I ever eavesdropped on my parents' arguments.
I have.
I have.
And what'd you find out?
Well, usually it's either somebody's being rude to one another. Yeah, that's really it.
And then what happens?
Somebody cries.
Yeah.
Me?
Story.
Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, you guys are amazing.
This was
Never
our...
Have I Ever with Kaden and,
And Story.
Peace.
Yo.
I know you had mentioned to me when we talked the other day about how this makes you think of a certain people group so much. And I think it's important that we think about this. Can you talk with me about that?
Yeah, the group that was just on my heart specifically, and I know everybody has different ones and they're all so important, are single moms, single parents. I'll say single parents because they're in many cases they're it for their kids. And if they've lost their job or their hours have been reduced or something like that, like what a scary place that is to be. And when I was thinking about just like where people can give and support, honestly, what came to mind, because I don't have a specific organization, I think any organization for single parents is awesome. I was raised by a single mom, right? I know. How did she do it? I know. But I was just thinking of the local church. You know, you're involved in the local church, but like churches are hurting right now. They're trying to be the church. They're also not receiving offerings in person. And so I would imagine their budgets are down. And so just thinking the church can be the church when we show up and even financially give and allow them to go do some things. So whether it's an organization for single parents or just your local church, I just think that would be a great way for people. Because like I may not know what the needs are in my community, but my church does. And so I'm able to give there and then they can, you know, kind of disperse the funds and also, you know, get volunteers or wherever it's needed. But yeah, my mom was a single mom and she raised me from the time that I was 6 months old. So Mary Grace's age when she was newly single and started a business kind of to survive. And so I just have so much gratitude, especially now as a mom myself. We always do when you have your kids, you're like, how did my parents do it? But I have friends that are single moms and I know single dads too. And that's just you know, I can't imagine how I would do it without help. And so just supporting that specific group of people in this time, I think can be really important, especially with the whole, you know, jobs and that type of thing. Sure. So I just think if we can come around them would be really great.
I love it. And I think too, when you said that to me the other day, it made me look through my phone and say, who do I know that's single parenting? And maybe just a text of encouragement, maybe a box of groceries from Amazon. I mean, you know, like just some kind of something that we could do. So I think that is so good for you to remind us about the people that this is hard because they don't have a partner in crime. So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Christy, love you, girl. Have fun with those kids.
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
We're going to make it. This is life. You're taking for your baby, and my sweet son is bringing me lunch in my office. So, we're just.
You're like, I want real life. I'm like, do you? How much real life would you like?
This is real life, and this is what we're doing. Seriously, thanks for chatting with me.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, that concludes today's episode of Happy Hour Jamie Ivey Quarantine Edition, brought to you by my friends over at B&H Publishing. Thank you, guys, and please still tell us, where is your quarantine sanctuary? Hashtag my quarantine sanctuary. Where do you like going during quarantine to be alone?
My room.
Oh, his room.
Yep. TV is.
That's where his TV is.
So.
Don't send me a message about my kid having a TV in his room, okay? Kaden, have you ever watched TV when you're supposed to be asleep?
I don't know about that, actually.
Yes, he has. Okay, guys, seriously, send us your videos. Hashtag my quarantine sanctuary. Tag me in them so we can see them at Jamie Ivey, and I'd love to feature your video. Not feature your video. You can send me a video if you want. Feature your photo here. Thank you, Christy Wright. Thank you to Story Ivy and Kaden Ivey. Yay!
Yeah,
Thank you to Story Ivy and Kaden Ivey for doing Never Have I Ever. Okay, guys, we'll see you back here next week.